The Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ARCON, has been charged to demonstrate resilience towards the promotion of local content to uplift millions of youth out of the labor market. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, gave the charge at a working visit to ARCON on Friday in Abuja. He said the future of Nigeria's youth cannot be traded in the foreign space and called for the collaboration of all stakeholders to meet the aspirations of the masses.
The issue of local content is absolutely important because whatever we do, we have to see that jobs for our youth are protected and the economy can also grow.
As part of the effort of the present administration's commitment to revitalizing the nation's economy, ARCON is one of the key agencies that is charged with the responsibility of increasing the country's gross domestic product. Inspired by the minister to examine their progress and challenges and foster a better working environment for the economy to thrive. Speaking at the event, the minister, Mohammed Idris, vows to work closely with the council to ensure its relevancy for best practice, stressing that recently opportunities that would have created jobs for the youth through advertising are lost as a result of unnecessary capital flight and harped on the need to rebirth the country's local content for economic realization.
Presently, many opportunities in industry are lost to other countries, despite our rich capacity, which indeed is the pride of Africa. This results in unnecessary capital flight. We cannot afford to have unnecessary capital flight out of Nigeria when our population is growing along. So many young people are there looking out for jobs, and if these jobs are allowed to leave this country, then it's going to be a disaster for us. I'm going to work with you very closely to see that this sector is grown. We cannot afford, and I want to emphasize this, we cannot afford a situation where all the jobs that are meant for Nigerians are taken out of this country. There is nothing that is in advertising that cannot happen in this country. We have every potential of putting that Nigerians play a key part in the affairs of Nigeria, and advertising should not be an exception to that.
Earlier, while briefing the minister on the council's challenges at various levels, the Director General of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, Dr. Olalekan Fadolakbo, said the council has been able to index Facebook and Google for breaching the standard operating procedure of Nigeria, adding that early November they will be taken to court.
The multinationals and advertisers, majorly, most of them are trying to overrun most of the policy. Now, what we say is that when you want to do advertisement, and you are directing it at Nigeria, don't go and bring the South African. Don't go and bring the Kenya. Use Nigerians to advertise to Nigeria. And the multinationals keep saying they have global procurement policy, and their global communication policy is that they can do it anywhere and flight it across board. And we keep saying no. If you want to do communication, come to Nigeria. You can fly in Nigeria. You can produce in Nigeria and go to South Africa to fly. This has caused serious major crisis between us and the advertisers. It's a whole village to do advertising. And if we don't put our feet on the ground, most of the investment that are supposed to be done in Nigeria, they will keep going outside the country. We want a situation whereby everybody will look at us and say we can take benefit of this advertising.
The council also appeals to the minister to address the issue of budget removal from the federal government to avoid throwing the northern staff into the labor market. Vincent Okushi, reporting for Quality Television.